Anyway.
Squash it, yeah.
All right, it being after 6:30, I'm going to open the regular meeting of the Plympton Planning Board. The first item on the agenda is a request for a minor modification of site plan approval at 126 and 131 and 137 Ring Road. This is a dual-use solar project that was approved on the cranberry bogs. They remain operating cranberry bogs, but they have the solar on top of the cranberries. The request is only to consider some additional perimeter project fencing around the site. And as you know, we can make minor modifications without this becoming an entire full public hearing. So the first thing that we should do is decide whether we agree that this is minor. This is just a fencing change. We have had people come to us with minor fencing changes before, and we have considered them minor modifications, not a formal modification. So is there a consensus that we agree this is minor?
I'm good with that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so we, having determined that this is a minor modification, would the applicant like to make a statement about what the proposed change is?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. For the record, Rob D'Ambrosio, attorney at law with D'Ambrosio Law in Plymouth. Nice to see everyone again. Nice to see a stable board. There's been a lot of turnover lately in some other towns, so I see all the same familiar faces. So yeah, to your point about minor modification, I mean, I'd like to think this is about as minor as it gets. Not only is it a very modest incremental amount of fencing, but as a matter of fact, in March of this very year, you guys approved the existing fencing, perimeter fencing, as a minor modification. So all we're actually doing is supplementing to a much smaller degree the fencing that you approved in March as a minor modification. And the reason that we're doing this is I think originally, I wasn't involved in March, but my understanding was there was a concern about safety or code compliance. Fencing was put in on substantially all of the perimeter. Kingston said, well, you know, that might have satisfied Plympton, what you've done, but we want the array completely encircled with fencing. And then actually, my client said, well, look, to be consistent, I think it would make sense to, you know, we don't want to stop at the town line, that's kind of arbitrary. So I think even though, and again, forgive me because I wasn't involved in March, but I think even though your electrical inspector didn't insist upon this, my client thought it was the right thing to do. So you've got those plans in front of you. Again, you can see we've got kind of two sheets here. This is the Ring Road Solar Project, as your chairperson has noted. We've got two sheets here, one for the portion of the bog and array that's at 126 Ring Road, and the other at 137. I think that's on the other side of the street. And again, you can see in green, that's the new proposed fencing that we're here for tonight. The existing fencing is that red, hash mark with the little X's around it. So again, it's a minor extent. I think it's, you know, an improvement, at least as far as electrical inspector is concerned and as far as health and safety is concerned. I'm happy to answer any questions. We do have one other item to kind of discuss tonight, but as far as that minor modification request, and again, this is pursuant to following up on that March meeting. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but it's relatively straightforward, I hope.
Do you guys have any questions?
It's the same fencing material that we've seen before. It's
Yeah,
just a
that's
continuation.
What fencing material is that?
It's on the plan here.
Yeah, it's this,
Is that the
remember
one?
were you
Is
here
this-
in March?
Was this approved after our bylaws required screening from the road? Am I mistaken on this one?
Your initial project approval?
Yeah, the,
Yeah. it's from
what's shown, yeah,
2020.
yeah, what's shown on, this is an earlier project, what's shown on here is what was required for this site.
So they don't have to
They have the
screen from
landscape
the road at
berm,
all?
they have the landscape berm in front of it that's shown on the plan, that's the landscaping that was required. Yeah. But the fencing is the same fencing that I believe they came back with in March. So it does not it does not change. I think it allows the animals to go underneath it, is
It's
that
got
correct?
wildlife gap at the bottom so that critters can traverse and it doesn't create an island for wildlife.
So they're not required to screen this from the road at all?
No, they're only required to have the landscaping that's shown on the plan at the front.
And the stuff across the street, you can't see from the road, right?
That's correct.
That's
This project is set way back from the road, the second site. But they still have landscape screening. That's what was required for that one. For that location. Does anybody have any other questions about the fencing? So it's just the green that's being added.
Correct.
Useless.
I didn't calculate the linear feet here.
Do we want to hear the second comment? before voting?
Do you have another request?
Yeah, well, the second comment pertains to this project. It's really, and you and I had corresponded about it, it's the bond. And I guess I just wanted to point out that I hope to have the original decommissioning bond with me tonight in that $128,000 amount. But it didn't, the person who endorses these, I guess, is out, or I don't have the original, so I'll have to come back. You can put me on another hearing. I mean, I guess I'd love to hear any comments. It seemed to me, I don't want to put any words in your mouth, but you seem to be okay with it from the model that I sent to you. So again, if there's any questions or concerns about that, we can take it up. I just wanted to, before you close the hearing, make sure that that was kind of, on the table here.
Yeah, so he sent over the draft of the bond, the decommissioning bond, which matches what was required in the site plan approval and matches the forms that we've required before. But as we have had problems in the past with people sending in a bond that never actually gets to us, I explained that you have to physically bring us the bond to the meeting, because that's why we didn't have the bonds before. People had sent them in by mail or what have you, and we don't have them.
Or didn't buy them at all?
What?
Or didn't buy them at all?
Yeah. So, as long as you physically bring it to us, that will.
Yeah, I should be able to bring it, I thought I would have it today, it didn't come in the FedEx, so
Now, do we have
when is
any,
your next?
do we still have any landscape bonds on this project or anything else?
I don't remember the answer to that. Let me see if I can find it. I may not have that in front of me.
This is 137 Ring,
Yeah.
townhouse, 44, townhouse, 7 Palmer, 89 Main, Ring Road. That one there, maybe.
What is this?
Crescent, sorry,
That's okay.
Lake Brook Crescent. They're the only ones I have on the list that Madeline gave me. And then since then, I've added 41 Lake, for the
Right.
decommissioning landscaping.
Yeah, I don't have that, I don't have the thing on this computer to double check, but I can double check that.
Just curious, okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, I will double check that, okay. Okay, so, is there any more discussion about the fencing, or?
No.
Okay, so I move that we grant the requested minor modification to allow the fencing as shown on the plan. Titled Revised Fencing Layout, Figure 1 and Figure 2, dated September 24th, 2025. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so that is unanimous. There will be a letter to the town clerk with the minor modification, and she'll get a copy of the revised fencing plan to go with it. I cannot say that that will get done tomorrow, but it will probably be with her by Tuesday.
That's wonderful. So, can you copy me on that?
Yes. And then once she has it, you can get a copy with the stamp and everything from the town clerk. Okay, so the next thing on our agenda is the continued public hearing for application for site plan approval, 0 Brook Street, Phase 3 Solar LLC. The applicant has requested a continuance to the next scheduled meeting to allow for John Chesia to finish his comments on the revised site plans. So our next meeting being November 4th, I move that we continue the public hearing to Tuesday, November 4th at 6:30. Is there,
Comment? According to my phone, it's election day. Is there anything happening here? I don't think so.
I looked up when the municipal elections were and we're not on the list of them, so
Okay.
I think it's fine, but I didn't have a chance to ask the town clerk for confirmation. I'm assuming that it's okay.
Yeah, we could always find another room if we needed to, right?
Well, no, if it is an election, if it is an election, we can't meet
Oh, okay. All right.
at all.
Yeah.
So why don't I change my motion and I'll say I move that we continue the public hearing to Tuesday, November 4th, 2025 at 6:30 PM unless it is a town election day and the town clerk prohibits us from meeting, in which case we will continue to November, what's the next? 18th at 6:30.
Okay, we'll move it to, right to the 18th. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. It is unanimous. Okay. New business. Does anybody have any new business?
Other than voting in the notes?
Yeah, okay. So we have moving on to the meeting minutes. Did anybody have any comments on the minutes from the October 4th meeting?
Got them right in front of me.
So I'm going to move that we approve the meeting minutes of October 4th, 2025. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. October
October
7th?
Oh, October 7th, I'm sorry. I had that wrong. All right, let me try it again. I move that we approve the meeting minutes of October 7th, 2025. Now, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. It is unanimous. We have no correspondence. Therefore, I move that we close the meeting. Is there a second?
Second. Third, fourth, and
All those in
fifth.
favor?
Aye.
It is unanimous. This meeting is adjourned at 6:49 PM.